Welcome back to the costume extravaganza. Hi there, welcome to another episode of this year's costume extravaganza. As you saw from the intro, today we are doing Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Not only is this a childhood favorite movie for many of us 90s babies, but this year Disney also released their live action remake, and I have a feeling this is going to be a really popular costume this year, which is why I wanted to try my hand at it and show you how I made this costume. This one has a twist though. All of the materials used in today's video were purchased at the dollar store. I know full well how expensive Halloween can get, especially if you're looking for pre-made costumes or you have multiple kids you're dressing, or you yourself are wanting to do multiple looks. Even just one look can be upwards of $100 nowadays. It's just insane. So I really wanted to challenge myself to create something not only beautiful, but to show you guys that it is possible to do this on a budget. And I've gotta say, I'm really pleased with the final result. So with all of that said, that is the costume we are creating today. Let's head on over to the dollar store, see what we can find, and let's put together this costume. Off to the dollar store we go. So when I went, there was a good amount of like nautical themed summer decor. So I found this fishing net, which I picked up. I also hit up the party aisle because I knew I wanted to use some tablecloths for the mermaid tail. So I grabbed a few that were Ariel colors, greens and iridescents and whatnot. And then I hit the craft aisle as well and picked up some pearls, rhinestones, shells, rope, all sorts of stuff. So let's take a look at what I found at my dollar store. Okay, let's see what we got at the dollar store. Look at how big this bag is. Oh my gosh, we got quite the loot. Wow. All right, let's dig into it. So we have a few different categories of stuff. We're just gonna start left to right. We're gonna go through it all. For the skirt, we have a few options. So first and foremost, they had this fishing net, which I thought would be great as an overlay, you know, play on the nautical theme here. And then I got a bunch of tablecloths to try to form like a skirt tail sort of piece. I don't know which I'm gonna use yet. I got 4 tablecloths. One of them's this really pretty iridescent color that I thought would be perfect for a mermaid. I got some cellophane wrap. I've used this stuff before. I thought that could make a good filler, or I don't know, we'll figure it out. I got some foil. This is this really pretty blue color. I don't know what we'll use this for. I envisioned putting it on a bra, but we'll see. And then I got some little mesh things. I don't know what these are gonna look like, but they're mesh and they go with the colorway and whatnot. So that should give us a good start on the skirt. And then for other decorative elements, obviously I had to get some shells. I didn't get any paint. I thought it would be kind of nice to keep those white because everything else is quite colorful. So we have those, and I thought keeping those white and keeping our white pearls would be a nice cohesion there. So that'll be interesting. I got some green little sea glass, some of these glass marble type things in sea colors. I got some rope I thought we could use somewhere. I'm picturing probably on the bra top. And then some finishing touches. I got a little mirror. Ariel has her collection of thingamabobs, and I thought a mirror would probably go well with that. I think she even has one in the movie. I don't know. Got some iridescent nails. These will go well with the iridescent tail if we use that. And then just a cute little pearl hair clip. So we're gonna see what we can come up with using these items. For this, you are also obviously going to need some base pieces. Ariel's outfit is fairly skimpy. I mean, she's a mermaid, she's in water. So all I'm gonna be using is a bra top, and I'm gonna be using these underwear bottoms too as a base with our dollar store items, but you do want base pieces. You can obviously do shorts or leggings or anything like this. You don't have to be as skimpy as this, but that's what we're gonna be doing. Okay, before we jump into creating this look, I do want to just mention that I'll make it very obvious for you in the description box and in a pinned comment which items I actually ended up using so that you don't have to spend unnecessary money, because there were quite a few items I didn't even use in this project. But starting out here with the top, I gathered the materials I thought I wanted to use for that, so the shells and the rope and the sea glass and whatnot. And I started by organizing the shells, just taking them all out of their packaging and more or less sorting them by size. I knew I wanted to do some sort of gradient on the cups, like small to large shells. And before I glued anything down, I sort of tried to plan out where I was going to put things and get like a rough idea instead of just totally winging it. And then I actually ended up starting out by gluing some pieces of rope to the straps. So I quite literally just used my little hot glue gun. So from there, I started layering the shells. I glued smallest on top, and then I started layering them like so. And I just kept going with that all the way down the cup, getting larger and larger towards the bottom. And this is how it turned out on both of the cups here. And then from here, I decided I wanted to toss in some more little decorative pieces. So I got to work gluing those into place. Excellent job of blocking all of what I was doing in this shot, but you can sort of see here. I just layered the little pebbles and pearls and sea glass. I was really messy with this. I'd literally just squirt out a little bit of glue and throw some pieces in there, but it worked. Hot glue is going to be your best friend for this project. After the cups were all situated and set, I went ahead and glued some of that rope along the base just as a finishing touch. And here's how the bra turned out. I really liked it. I also ended up picking up some rhinestones from the dollar store so that I could decorate that front piece there in the middle of the bra with a blue little pebble and some rhinestones. I really like this. So from there, we moved on to the tail portion. And this is where you're gonna use those tablecloths. This is where I use some of the netting and some more rope. I really wanted to make this iridescent tablecloth work, so I got it out of its packaging. I also pulled out the metallic ones and the green. I had to research what color Ariel's tail was, and it was green. And then I just started layering pieces. I didn't really know exactly how I wanted to put this together, but I knew the general look I was going for. So I ended up layering the gold and silver metallic tablecloth with the green one. That ended up looking the best. The iridescent one didn't look too great, but I laid those out on top of each other and glued them together, at least at the top and the bottom. I didn't bother to do this along the sides. I didn't really find it that necessary. And then once that was done, I folded a little piece down like this into a triangle. This is going to make it easier for you when you're tying. You'll know which end goes where, and it just keeps everything kind of in place. So I secured that with, again, the trusty old hot glue gun, and then I flipped the entire piece over and glued the bottom portion up like this, just so a little bit of silver was peeking out through. As some additional decor on the tail, I cut up some of those cellophane pieces and glued them on, just again as accoutrements, as decorations. And then I glued some shells and pearls and the pebbles and whatnot at the bottom. Not totally necessary. I don't even know if you could really see this, but I did it nevertheless. And from here, I thread some rope through our fishing net, and then I just hot glued some, again, of these decoration pieces on the tips of the rope. I actually really like how this portion turned out. You're gonna wanna do this on a hard surface so you can easily pop the glue off and flip it over, and then you'll be able to glue on the other side more of the pieces. Again, this turned out really pretty. I'm really happy with this portion. They're very glamorous and very beautiful. And last, but certainly not least, we started working on our mirror and also our little hair barrettes. I added some of those pieces as well. I added some rhinestones and the sea glass and pearls and whatnot. And I also threw a quick coat of gold paint on our mirror that we found. Not totally necessary, but since you have the pieces you picked up anyway, if you got these items, you might as well. I actually really like how these turned out. So here is a look at all of our pieces once they were finally finished, and all that leaves for us is the final try-on haul. But I really love these, especially the bra. I love how it looks. I love that from different angles you can see the different little decor pieces in there. I thought that's really unique and fun, and I'm so impressed. All of these are dollar store items. Like, this is such a cool costume. I really like it. Okay, are you guys ready to see the final result? I'm so excited with how this turned out. The bra is very heavy, but to me that's exciting because that usually means it's pretty sturdy, and hopefully that means it will hold up well throughout the night. I'm so excited to show you this final result. So here it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this episode in the costume extravaganza. If you did and you want to see me create more costumes this Halloween season, definitely be sure to subscribe. I am doing 9 total looks for you guys, and it's been a blast. I have budget options, I have easy options from like Amazon, I have all sorts of really fun stuff coming your way, so definitely subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you so much for tuning in. Happy spooky season, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!